It's a dress who understand fashion and it looks for something different and romantic.
I think every bride is different and unique, and every bride's looking for something different, so that's why I wanted every dress to look different.
The collection was inspired by pearls. I've become fascinated by pearls, both symbolically for what they mean and also for their natural beauty.
We want a timeless look that will last for generations, so we want her to be able to look at the photo years later and really resonate and still love how she looked on her special day.
The idea was to go couture, but with an edge. Also, Ines Di Santo, it's South American feeling. There is a fragrance of Argentina, there is a fragrance of Frida Kahlo, taking lila flowers like that and play around and put them in an unexpected way, like the model herself having fun playing with the hair. Wearing that kind of dress, it's only once in your life. And you want to have it fun.
The hair is also very couture. We cannot have a couture dress if you don't have the complement to the hair and the nails and all the details. This is simplicity and elegance. Is modern, and simplicity, how I see in Italian, and the Spanish influence is with a little bit more details, but I put the details when you need it. The fabric I use is the stretch porte-soie, organza, laces, and I use jacquard. I use different materials, that makes the collection.
Ines, it was less sexy, but still sensual and sexy, and statement dresses that were really fabulous. Traditional, I have to say, today for her. It wasn't as trendy, which I think, girls probably don't want to show every part of their body walking down the aisle. They were beautiful ball gowns and pretty sheets. And I love the whole bow thing that's going on. Also, that bow back dress was beautiful. It's just making yourself look beautiful on your wedding day. They were beautiful statements in themselves, but it enhances the girl as well.
This is what I want to show in this collection, the pink sari and the red dress. The red dress is about love. And I love red because it's love, and also I like the red lips. I like whatever is in fashion, and a person who wears red is because it's understand couture and high fashion. It's a dress who understand fashion and it looks for something different and romantic.
This is my first big show. Yes, I designed for, gosh, almost 10 years, starting in 93, like 2004, 11 years. And this is my comeback show. Yeah, my first big runway show, because back then we were showing in a showroom. So times have changed since the 90s.
I love that Randy has taken all that he's learned and all that he's known through the years. He was once a designer, then he had his wonderful show. He learned from seeing the designs of others, and now he's absolutely put the best of all that he's learned back into his own collection. I think he's astonishing.
I think every bride is different and unique, and every bride's looking for something different, so that's why I wanted every dress to look different. I didn't want to do a runway show where every dress just was my taste. I wanted it to be about the bride. I don't design dresses for myself, I design them for the bride. And that's why a lot of the dresses have pockets, which I'm not a fan of pockets. I think there's no reason to have a pocket unless you're going to put your tissues in them, or maybe your wedding vows. But I put pockets in a lot of the dresses because brides love pockets. So I tried to think about what does a bride want, and I tried to give it to her.
It was magnificent, and we know Randy, how talented he is, and he's such a special person, and it came through in the collection. details are there, the variety's there, and the styling, and it's fun and exciting. I loved it.
Playful and so positive, and I think everything that he's incorporated into this collection really reflects his attitude, which is joyful and fun. Some of his things might be not as fashion forward, but I don't think brides want that. They want to have things that feel really comfortable for them, and Randy really understands a woman's silhouette from doing Say Yes to the Dress for so many years. I think all of that background led to where he is today.
I thought Randy's show was amazing. It was really something for everyone. You had something for an older bride, a younger bride, you had something with bling, you had very understated. I thought it was great.
I mean, I travel the globe. I go to South Africa and Denmark and the Netherlands and Belgium and Brazil and Mexico and Canada. So really, every bride is in my mind all the time. So I'm trying to think of them when I'm designing is, what is she gonna wear in this country, and what is that bride gonna wear to her garden wedding, or what's this bride gonna wear to her, you know, glitzy wedding, and what's this bride gonna wear on the beach? So I try to create something for every bride. I thought of something blue. You know, you have to have a little something blue. And once I created it, I saw it and I'm like, a girl's gonna want this in white. So I did another version in white, and that's why I came out with a white version, to let them know that if they want to be that fairy tale princess, that we are offering the finale in blue and white.
The look for hair is a nice beach hair, really, really simple look. I think the modern bride doesn't want complications on her wedding day. And you want to look back at the photo and be like, oh, it looked pretty. You don't want to look like you have a croissant on your head, right? Or a muffin, or anything weird, or any breakfast items in your head is not good, right?
Today it's a natural look, very blushy, very ethereal looking, with a pink blush, pink eyeshadow, and a strong lip stain. So it's more like for garden and florals. That's the sort of look we have going.
Today, the collection was inspired by pearls. I have become fascinated by pearls, both symbolically for what they mean and also for their natural beauty. And then the actual colors. There's the beautiful pearl white that we all think of, but then in the natural nacre, or the mother of pearl, you have the beautiful blushes, the pale blues, those pale grays that come through. So today you'll be seeing color on the runway, but very subtle hints of color. It'll be layers of very pale tulle, either obscured by white on top of the color, or you'll have a lace with a pale blush lining. we're also offering, which we haven't done before, interchangeable linings with 4 of the styles we're showing today. So the bride can choose if her dress will be lined in blush, in cloud blue, in nude, champagne or ivory. I think by offering the interchangeable linings, we're giving retailers who might be a little bit scared of investing in a solid color gown. She can still buy the ivory gown, it's the shell on the outside, and then the bride can choose to be adventurous and she can decide in the store if she wants the ivory lining, the blue lining, if she wants the blush lining, so she can add the color and be adventurous, and the store feels like they're not taking a risk at the same time.
I thought Don did a really beautiful job at Theia this season, and I loved how everything was sort of effortless but beautifully put together. The construction was gorgeous, the laces were beautiful. Don had a romantic point of view. I love the point d'esprit with the ruffles, but then he also had a glamorous side.
And then of course we have our beaded dresses, which we're known for, our signature dresses. And again, because the pearl is such a big item in the show this season, the dresses are festooned with pearls. There's a magical quality to it, and the pearl just floats into my imagination several months before the show, and I'm thinking, oh, that could be interesting for bridal. And then as we get closer and closer and we start developing, the pearl just kept coming to the surface, and even with the cherry blossoms, it's obviously the time of the year, but they're everywhere, and they're just such a classic ethereal beauty. And even within the flowers, we mimic them in the embroidery on some of the dresses in a beautiful glass. So it's the shape of the cherry blossom without the actual color, but it's just bringing the romance of the cherry blossom into the dress.
The hair look is very sleek, very simple. We really want to make sure that it doesn't distract from the actual gowns itself. So we used our THM hair extensions, which is an all-in-one piece. Clip it in and it gives you this beautiful sleek ponytail. And then we wrapped a velvet ribbon, crisscross it corset style, through the back of the hair. The makeup is very 90s inspired. Basically, it's matte skin, a nice brick red lip, or like a maroon or like a wine colored lip, and then with a bit of a smoky eye, but not in the terms of smoky eye these days, more so back then when we would take liner and then smudge it across the lid, and that was our smoky eye back in the 90s. And the brow was very thick, very Brooke Shields kind of a brow. Overall, a total 90s look with the makeup and the hair, very sleek and very simple.
This season's inspiration was the Art Nouveau period, and we used artwork that features plants and flowers to create our embroideries. So our embroideries and laces and beadworks were actually taken and based off of Art Nouveau artwork, which was really exciting for us. We also have a clean group, so we call it our new clean group. It's very modern and it features architectural styling. It's definitely a shift to clean. We think that's a wonderful trend. One of the themes is really modern seaming. So you see here, this beautiful seam work and this dress here. We also are featuring some black accents, which are complemented by black hats, as you find this one here. So this is for one of the looks today. We're very excited to show this. And the hats are actually very 90s, but they're also an ode to my ancestry. This is actually a third generation business. The first generation was called T&G Bridal Veils, and they actually made hats, veils, and other accessories. So with our first show back in New York in many years, we thought it was perfect to feature some hats in the collection. But one trend that we're showing is blue. Blue is very hot in bridal right now, actually. So we have a platinum blue silk, which is a new color for us. We also are showing powder blue tulle as well as dove gray tulle with some blue tones in it. We want to make a bride feel sexy, glamorous, and classy, and we want a timeless look that will last for generations. So we want her to be able to look at the photo years later and really resonate and still love how she looked on her special day.